101 is the class. Class is now in session. This is push-up 101. Now, recently, I have come across a lot of people who don't know how to do a push-up, or they say they can't. And that just does not sit right with me. The push-up is, by its very nature, the #1 calisthenics exercise in terms of you learning. So this is the very first workout you should learn. If you don't know any, watch this video. You're already watching it. Well, because what is a push-up? A push-up is the equivalent of a bench press. But it is more than that to us calisthenics enthusiasts, because you're quite literally lifting your own body weight, which is a lot harder than actually pushing real life weight, because you can pick things up. But to push your own body weight with your own strength, that's like entirely. So that's what we're going to be focusing on, is building up your muscles resistance to be able to hold up your own body weight. We're going to get started on the form. When you do a push-up, there's hands. Your hands, you want your hands wider than shoulder width. So slightly wider. Slightly wider than shoulder width. So this is shoulder width, slightly wider. A lot of research has been put into this, and a lot of experts kind of debate and talk about which is the best hand position. And I've seen countless videos, I've watched hundreds of videos on how to do push-ups, and they all come to the common consensus that slightly wider shoulder width is the best position to get at when you do a basic push-up and you're targeting just the chest, slightly wider than shoulder width. Now, shoulders, you want your shoulders down. You want to see your shoulders up like this. You want your shoulders down, away. So you're going to be hands like this, shoulders down for the position. Flat lower back. This can really mess you up. Is the positioning of your back, and by consequence, your abs, your abdominals. So you want to sort of suck in your gut a little bit, but flatten your back. Make sure your back is like this. So your feet should be the ground, your back should be like that, your hands like that. You should be able to roll a quarter off of that. Now, elbow position, this one also messes you up. You can either go like this, straight out, that's 180 degrees, or you want your elbows bent like 90 degrees. Personally, I go for 45 degrees, which is slightly closer to your body. You were to push off of it like that, because that's going to work your triceps and your chest at the same time. You want to hit both. Now, you cannot just get up and do a push-up, because if that was the case, you would have done it by now. So, what we need to do is start up. Now, when I was talking about angles before, you want to start with a bigger angle. Where do we do that? Well, the angle you're going to be doing the push-up at, on the ground, that's too much. What we can do is start farther back and sort of build up to it. So, wall push-ups we're going to be doing first. Now, it's quite literally what it sounds like, where you're just pushing off of the wall. Now, it doesn't sound like much of a workout, but you really want to, again, get your body used to moving your own body weight and sort of just getting to pushing off of the wall, because you're going to be pushing your own body weight. In fact, this is how babies learn how to walk, but you're just doing it with your hands, because you're walking your legs every day. But we are going to get you and your body used to pushing your own body weight, moving it away with just your arm muscles. Do wall push-ups. So you see the angle, that's 90 degrees. You were sitting straight up. Lowering it a bit, the angle that you're at. So you'll be standing like this against the wall. Next was going to be incline push-ups, where go to find a surface that's a bit lower than you, kind of like a table or a couch or something, and push off of that in the similar fashion as you would, like I said, with this form and with a normal push-up. So take this form, and you're going to do that. You're going to keep your back flat, get your shoulders in position down, hands at shoulder width. Now, it's going to feel a bit awkward when you're going down to the table or whatever elevated surface you're at. But you see how before you're standing all the way up, you're going to be leaning forward a bit. And so there's going to be a bit more of your body weight, but it's okay because you're doing it at an incline. Remember to keep your hands parallel. That's going to be much easier if you're using a table or a couch or something like that. But you're going to keep your hands like that, keep them parallel, and bring your chest down to in between your hands and push yourself back up. And then do that for multiple reps. And lastly, we arrive at floor push-ups. I should put a caveat. It's because we're not going to be doing regular push-ups just yet. So knee push-ups, I'm sure you all know, that is, you're going to be doing a push-up in the same position that you would, but it's just your knees are going to be on the ground, whereas normally they wouldn't be, but we're building up to it. So you can put your knees there, rest them for a bit. We've arrived at the moment where you are on the floor, and that angle you see has slowly gotten lower. We started off, standing up, leaning forward a bit on the surface, and now we're all the way on the ground. All your weight is going to rest on your arms. Now, a good way to build up to this is still using your knees. Do negatives. So negatives are just going to be, I'll show this on the screen, but you're going to be doing negative push-ups where you slowly lower yourself to the ground and do those for reps. It's kind of like if I put you up on the pull-up bar and you slowly lower yourself down, or just even doing the dead hang. You're not actually moving your body for reps, but it's building up that resistance in your arms. Be able to hold your body weight with just your arms. Or if you want to just warm up, when you're warming up for this, hold the position and just hold it, kind of like you would like doing planks. I should make a video of that too. But just kind of like hold the position and sort of feel your own body weight resting only on your arms. Of course, you have your knees. Then go down for that. Congratulations, you have done your first push-up. Another point I'd like to talk about that you're going to stack on top of this is the 3-rep rule. So, a lot of people, if I ask you, how many push-ups can you do? If you say 10, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do 10 push-ups. But you should not be training 10 push-ups every time you go to work out. There's something called your max rep. You don't want to do your max rep every single time. Because if you can do 10 push-ups, that's great. But if you're too tired to do any more, you'll be stuck at 10 push-ups for a long time. What you want to do is don't go all out when you train. Start training in reps. Start training in sets and reps. So the way reps work, if you are lifting a weight, you curl a bicep, or any workout like a push-up, you do 5 push-ups. If you do 10 and then get really tired, do 5 push-ups, then wait 1 to 2 minutes. Then do 5 more. Okay, you've arrived at 10. That's fantastic. Then wait 1 to 2 minutes. But you notice you have more energy because you haven't gone all out. So, and then after this 1 to 2 minutes, do 5 more. You've now done 15. So you've almost doubled your max rep before, which is 10, by simply waiting. Time is your ally. And this not only builds muscle, it also builds endurance. And so you'll be able to do more push-ups over time. So this 5, 5, 5, you can change it to 6. Next time you go do push-ups. So let's say 6. What is 6 times 3? That's 18. Now you've really almost doubled. Whereas if you had just done 10 before, you just do 10 and you should get tired after. Start using the 3-rep rule. Start counting them 4 reps. So either 1, wait 2 minutes, 2, wait 2 minutes, then 3. We're doing it for 3 reps because you want to build not only muscle size, but also build endurance. So you can do much more push-ups. People say, I can't do 100 push-ups. You can. It's just that you need to train it more and do it much more often. It's just the same for any workout. That's why people who have sets and reps. Now sets are these. So you did it for 3 sets. The rep is the movement that you do in the workout. So you did 4 reps. That's 1 set. This right here is obviously 6 reps for 1 set. All right. So now you have the key. Now today, I want you to do your first push-up. After this video is over, implement these steps, start with the wall, you incline, then floor. I want you to do your first push-up and send it to me, all on Instagram. If you send it to me on Instagram, I will help you do 50 push-ups, and I'll show you how. All right? Stay flashy.